Oh, you want to smooth out the skin in your image, but now it just looks all blurry and fake? Well, today I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to retouch skin, making your skin smooth while maintaining the texture. So here I prepared a raw portrait and added a black and white filter on top, so you can see the blemishes clearer. The following part is optional. Here I'm just locating a few pimples and wrinkles I want to remove, just to make the next part easier. But if you want to keep more natural scars and textures around, you can just ignore this part. During this process, I will be focusing on using these few tools to remove the blemishes. Firstly, this is the patch tool. I usually use this on larger areas. So how this works is that you make a selection and drag it to a nearby part with similar texture to cover up the original space. Next up, this is my recent favorite,
nice,
the healing brush tool. It clones texture from the sample and blend it with the target area. So what I need to do is to hold the Alt key to select a sample and then paint over the blemishes I want to remove. Lastly, the remove tool. I think it's a relatively new tool in Photoshop. So it's an AI powered tool, and all you need to do is to brush it over anything you want to remove. The software would just do the job for you. However, especially when you're using it on a large area, the texture it leaves behind would not match the original image. So I'm usually not a big fan of using it. Okay, so now we're done removing the blemishes. It's time to smooth out the skin. I press Ctrl and J to copy the layer twice and naming them high frequency and low frequency here. After this, we'll turn off the high frequency layer for now so it doesn't block our view. I'm gonna make the low frequency layer slightly blurry. So on the low frequency layer, go to Filter, Blur and Gaussian Blur. Then you see this pop up. You can drag this little triangle thing to control how blurry the image is going to look. I'm trying to do it to the point where most of the details are gone, but you can still see everything. Now to the important part, we go to the high frequency layer, click Image, and then Apply Image. From here, you can just copy my settings, change the layer to low frequency, blending to subtract, the scale and offset to 2 and 128, and then just click OK. We will also change the blending mode here to linear light. Now that all this is done, you get the same looking image as before and 2 extra layers.
Screw off! I'm joking, man!
Actually, now you can work on the low frequency layer however you want without disturbing the skin texture. You can use any of the patch tool, healing tool. You can just blur the skin out or even just paint over it with the brush tool. There's also another method that you can use here. So I duplicate the low frequency layer and made it more blurrier to the point where you just lose all the details and just see like 2 shades. And then on this blurry layer, press Alt plus Layer Mask to create this black layer on the side and just paint white over the area that you want to smooth out. And with some more slight adjustments, here are the results.